So recently, I've been kind of thinking to myself what the end of the iPhone 12 would essentially look like. Now, with a device like the iPhone 12, this is an iPhone that is still supported with software. It's probably not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, and I do think probably for the next 2 years, it's still going to be around and people are still going to be buying it and picking it up. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that this iPhone is going to last forever, and there's going to be a lot of reasons why a device like the, iPhone 12 is probably going to be done in the next few years. And I wanted to kind of break down what the kind of like what it would look like when this iPhone is basically at the end of life. Now, the big thing to keep in mind here is that with a device like the iPhone 12, this is one of those particular iPhones that, for the most part, body-wise, still looks very, very good. That's always something I loved a lot about these particular devices because, for the most part, if you're going to go through and pick up something like an iPhone 12, this is one of those phones that's still going to look very, very nice. Although you're getting a 6.1 inch display and it's not a 120 Hz display, I would say on the outside it looks and holds up fairly well, and even from a performance side, the iPhone 12 still holds up fairly well as well. 4GB of RAM, the Apple A14 Bionic chip, those types of things are actually very cool and very important to have inside of this type of device. And I do think if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, like I mentioned, I think this in and of itself is a very, very nice thing going on for this particular phone. It's not a perfect phone, I think everyone kind of knows that, but like I said, I think if you're going to go through, pick up a random device, this thing is not a bad option. And I do think from that side in and of itself, it's actually a very cool thing going on for this phone. But I will say, this iPhone, when it kind of gets done with software, I think it's probably going to be done around iOS 20. I think there's a very high likelihood where Apple will continue supporting this particular iPhone, at least until iOS 20. So the way I see it, all these other phone manufacturers surrounding Apple, including Samsung and Google, have now expanded their software longevity, and they made those devices last a lot longer than before. This in tailorship. So that in tailorship with the fact that the iPhone XR and iPhone 11 are still supported with software, I don't really think Apple's going to discontinue 3 different versions of iPhones at the same time. And I think the way that everyone's kind of doing things, it looks like newer phones are lasting longer, and any phone that's supported right now is going to continue getting software support for at least a little bit of time. So with those things kind of in mind, I think there's a strong argument to be made where the iPhone 12 is probably going to end off around iOS 20. And I think that in and of itself is going to be a super crazy thing. I'm so looking forward to the day this iPhone is going to, hopefully get iOS 20. But that's kind of how I see the ending of the iPhone 12 kind of looking like. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.